This dude cut all his dreads off. This is a major transformation. Let's get into it. When he came into the shop, he's like, yo, I want to chop all my dreads off. Of course, I asked him why. He didn't really have a reason. He said this is the second time he's done it. So that's pretty crazy. But yeah, this is the before. Let's get into the tutorial. Alright, so of course, what I'm going to do to start off is I'm going to start chopping his dreads off. And what I do is I use a clipper, because to go with the shears or the scissors, it's going to be too long. So instead, I'm just going to go at it and clip at the roots with the clipper. Alright, so right here, I'm starting to pick out his hair because I want to make sure that close to the root that it's all the way picked out and there's no tangles, so when I'm cutting his hair, it's not snagging or anything. Alright, so just so you guys know, first I went with the 2 because I had asked him what number he wants on top. Of course, he didn't know because he's had dreads for how long, so he wasn't sure of how long the guards were. So I did a number 2 around his head first. He said it was a little bit too long, so I just sped this part up. What I actually used is, this is the number 1.5 guard from Wall, and this is what we're going to do the haircut with, and this is what he liked. So I'm going to go with the grain. And you know, he had dreads, so it's not going to lay down perfectly, you know, off rip. He's going to have to wash it and start training his hair. So don't worry about anything that when you're cutting off dreads or cutting off long hair, it's used to being a certain way long. So, you know, don't let it discourage you when you see that it doesn't come out, you know, perfect cutting his hair. This is his first haircut after dreads, so. Alright, so right here, we're going to be doing a taper. So his taper area is basically from, like, I'll say his box, like where it comes down, where his edge, his top of his box and the top of his ear, all that area is his taper area. So what I'm going to do is I'm just smoothing it out. I'm going to go with a 1.5 with the grain, and then I'm going to go with all that area, and then I'm going to go with the number 1 in his main taper area, which is like around his ear and where the start of the curve is. So right here, what we're starting out is with the this is the 5-0 blade. And I'm making my first initial guideline, and I'm just going straight where the ear is, and just straight across. All right, so this is the number 1 guard, but I modified it. You see some other videos, it cuts like a half, so basically like the end is of the wall all the way open. It cuts just like that. Alright, so this is the Andis Masters, and what we're doing is we're going with the clipper halfway open, which is basically equivalent to a number 1. And we're just going to pick at that area, and like I said, the main taper area is right there next to his ear, and where the start of the curve is going to begin once it's faded. So all I'm doing is just going little by little higher from the 3rd notch to the 4th notch to the 5th notch, and making sure it blends in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back down from the 5th to the 4th to the 3rd to the 2nd to the 1st notch, and make sure that on the way back down I'm hitting any dark areas to make this blend 100% smooth. Hey, comment below if you guys have ever done a big chop, cut somebody's dreads off, somebody's ponytail off. Let me know if you guys have done that. As you can see, I'm going down with the notches, just making sure that blend is 100% blended. Alright, so right here we're going to start getting that bottom line out, and of course we're going to go with the clipper closed. And we're just going to start to flick that line out. I'm going to open it up halfway and get most of the rest of it out. Open it up all the way to the open position. Blend that in, and then like I said, blend back down and just go from the all the way open to midway closed, back down and hit any dark spots I see, and then all the way closed to hit anything that I see that stands out in the fade that doesn't make it perfect. Right there, I'm on the second notch. So I went from the fifth, all the way open to halfway open, to the second notch, and then down to the first notch. So this side is sped up because, like I said in my other videos, one side is in real time, and the other side is going to be in a faster shot, so you guys can see the process at two different angles. And guys, this blending technique, like I said, I think it's perfect because once you blend up, there's always those little hairs or something that stands out that, you know, there's little dark areas. So when you blend back down, it's a perfect way of catching those dark areas to make sure that the gradiency of the fade is, you know, 100%. So for the process of the back, instead of just staying in that one area and going up, it's basically the same in the back, but you have, you know, everything you're blending up. So you're gonna, when you go into the back, you're gonna blend everything just all the way straight up. Same process, just straight up. So right here, going with the 1.5 with the grain to smooth it out. And you guys, when you see me go with the 1.5 and also with the 1, it looks exactly the same. So all I'm doing is making it that much easier for myself to, instead of blend into the 1.5 guard, which is almost a 2 with the grain, I'm only having to blend into a number 1 guard with the grain. So if you guys are familiar, a number 1 with the grain is basically the same as a 1.5 against the grain. So the same process, guys, I blend it up. Now I just blend it back down. And same thing, I got the guard all the way closed. Open it up, go up a little bit higher. And once I'm done blending up, going in the up position, I'm gonna blend back down and hit any dark areas that I see. Alright, so I wanted to show you guys this in his neck area, and the lower part of his neck area. See how it's a little darker than his skin tone? Alright, so what that is, some clients, you know, can't get the blade, or if the clipper is too sharp, it's going to leave dark marks on the client's neck area or anywhere on their face, really their face, their head. So you guys got to be very careful. So look where the edge is, it's perfectly down, but then the dark spots are giving the illusion that, you know, that the lineup basically isn't there. So just be careful on, you know, how sharp your guys' clippers are. Alright, so again, big chop. This is the before, and he came into the shop, and this is the after. Guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. You know, this is a huge huge transformation. This is crazy. You know, let me know what you guys think. I appreciate you guys watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and follow me on social media, Bruce the Barber.